Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, I am still doing my gay movie marathon, and I'm still in the 80s. It's 1984, and watched Edge of 17. Now, this is one of those films I remember mostly because a friend kept going on about it. I think he liked blonde twinks. There's a couple in the film, most of them bleached, but one from the blonde butt hair you can tell is truly blonde. It's about a kid in Ohio. He's sort of interested in music. He loves Annie Lennox and the Eurythmics. It's, that sort of era. He's got a best girl friend. They both go to work at an amusement park, a restaurant and an amusement park, and they film some of it where the writer actually worked when he was a kid. So this is partly biographical, as a lot of gay films are. Todd Stevens, this guy who wrote it, he also wrote another gay movie and another gay sequel, and some of the characters from this, he actually brought the actors back to play the same characters as older versions, as sort of parodies of themselves, because I guess that's the film he's sort of known for. So they go to work at this restaurant. They meet Angie, who was played by Leah Delaria, who we should all know from Orange is the New Black. She sort of takes these two in and sort of embraces them, and she sort of takes him to the gay clubs and that, and he's sort of confused. One of the guys who works there is a college student. He's gay. They sort of get involved. His girlfriend sort of works out what's happening, but she's still confused because they kissed. Eventually thinks that this guy goes sour. He leaves the job. He goes somewhere else. God, is his name Eric? Oh my God, I'm so bad. I can't remember the character's name. I think the lead character is Eric. Of course, my phone wants to not cooperate right now. Yeah, Eric Hunter is his name. He ends up going to the bar, hooking up with a guy, having random sex. The guy basically goes cold on him, as is usually the way. This other guy, he calls Rod up, basically, and he's like, I was just sort of thinking of you, like, it just was sex. And he's like, you probably shouldn't call me anymore. I've gotten back with my boyfriend, So the guy he hooked up with goes cold on him. The guy he dated goes cold on him. He tries to make something happen with his girlfriend. At some point, they actually, he tells her that he's gay. She's kind of okay with it. He invites her to the club. She sees him making out with some new blonde guy, because the first guy, Rod, was blonde. The second blonde guy is really hot. Looks like a bleach job, though. He's into Annie Lennox and that as well, and they sort of talk. But then when the girl comes, she runs off. He chases after her. He loses the new guy. I think his name was Jonathan. And he doesn't really know what to do. His mum confronts him. He comes out to her. She freaks out at first. She's sort of warning him, people think you're gay, the way you're dressing, the way you look, blah, blah, blah. She actually took up a second job to pay for him to go to college so he could study music. Then she basically retracts that offer because he's gay, and it's a bit nasty, a bit desperate. But he eventually sort of tries to make something happen with his girlfriend. They actually have sex. That doesn't work. She ends up ending their friendship. The mother confronts him again, but it's a little bit, goes a little bit better. Eventually he just goes out to the bar, hang out with the gays and Angie and that, and the guy, Jonathan, shows up because he lost him when because he ended up going, I should mention that, he ends up going to the dorm looking for Jonathan, who lives there as well as Rod. He ends up meeting up with Rod. They have sex. It's not very comfortable. He just goes to sleep. He leaves. They don't really talk after that. And then he tries again, like he tries to do something with the girlfriend. That's when they have sex. And then after that, the mother catches him, and he comes out to her in that second time, or sort of a second time. She kind of worked it out. But then the film ends with him just going to the gay bar. The guy, Jonathan, shows up. There's an implication of a happy ending that he's going to get with this guy. He's going to go to New York and work in music and everything. I don't know what happened to the girlfriend, if they ended up, making up, being friends again, or if she just disappeared. But it's a fairly nice film. It's fairly quiet and simple. It's focusing just mainly on his emotions. It's about an hour, 45 minutes long. Probably could have been an hour and a half. The 80s vibe is really good. The music's really good. The acting is really good. The production is really good. It cost $1.5 million to make, which in '98 for a gay film was pretty decent. It only made about, I think, $450,000. It had a very limited release, which a lot of... No, I think even another film made $871,000, but still is half the budget. But yeah, a lot of gay films got fairly limited releases back in the day. It was released in different places in 98 and then in 99 as well. So yeah, probably would have done better if it had a proper release, but you know, who knows if all these gay films, if any of them could have actually made money if they'd gotten a proper release. But I enjoyed it. I'm glad I watched it. I kind of remembered it. It wasn't a lot of surprises. And now moving on to a film which I don't remember at all. I know I bought it on DVD and watched it, but I don't remember at all. So a lot of these is just revisiting films I've seen and haven't watched for years, and watching films for the first time. So, and hunting films down. I've got to find another gay movie and another gay sequel. I don't have them. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.